What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today's video will be a little different. Yes, today's list will not be about anime, but instead about manga. I will show you guys 7 manga or manhwa with an overpowered main character, because I know what you guys like the most are overpowered characters. So, please help me out by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Anyways, let's start the list. At number 7, we have Gosu. In the prologue of Gosu, it's told how a young man acquired all the techniques of Clan Pakion's master, the greatest and most powerful of all the region, thus gaining himself the status of master and departing to fulfill a desire for revenge against 4 traitors, which in the end, they are already dead. The protagonist is probably the strongest being on the planet, not even in a funny way, but in a well-polished storyline which is gradually expanded into a universe of both fantastic characters and short stories, and of course, with many jokes of perfect timing. And about halfway through these nearly 30 chapters, we read a pleasant surprise for those who really wanted to see quality kung fu. At this point, we are introduced to a murderous swordsman who appears to be on the same level as the protagonist, thus becoming the main rival and starting a conspiracy involving several clans, which in turn piques the main character's curiosity about other formidable warriors and makes him reconsider recreating the Pakion clan. This story is really good and you should definitely check it out. And at number 6, we have The New Gate. And let me ask you, do you like Overlord? Or what about the series where protagonists get stuck inside of a game? Well, if the answer is yes, this work may be to your liking. The work begins in a similar way to Sword Art Online. The New Gate game had become a deadly game of life or death, and many players couldn't make it. With that in mind, the main character turned out to be the Kirito in this story, a hero who beat the boss, zeroed in on the game, and helped all the other players get out and back to the real world. In the meantime, as everybody was exiting, he waited for all of his friends to leave before he could do the same. But when it was his turn, a new gate opened and the exit button disappeared. Now he's in a real world based on that very game. An interesting detail in this is that their status increased even more since they were already very high. And the great thing about his new journey is the exploration of this new world. After all, what are the similarities and the differences between the game and this world? Does it have any former players like him who had a similar fate? What was left of everything he knew that happened in the game? All these questions and more are given to you right in the very beginning of the work, which the more you discover, the more impressed you are. Definitely another read. Number 5, Boshoku no Berserk. In this world, there are 2 types of people, those who have powerful skills and those who don't. People born with powerful skills exterminate monsters to level up and become successful, while people without them become failures and are treated very harshly by society. Fate, a gatekeeper who had been working for the castle, is beset by a few burdens. One of them being the constant hunger attacks triggered by a skill that he'd obtained upon birth. A useless skill. It only serves to make him hungrier. However, unbeknownst to him, it has a concealed ability. One day, having killed a thief sneaking into the castle, he finally noticed its true power. A skill that feeds upon the very soul of the subjects he kills, taking away all of their powers. And thus his constant hunger has been satisfied for the first time in his life. With just that, the man who had been treated like a pile of trash slowly started raising his head. Having exceeded the concept of levels, he strikes fear with his terror-like strength, earning him the nickname. Number 4, Noblesse. After 820 years of sleep, the main character finally awakens with no knowledge of mankind's advancements. The world he used to know has now become an unfamiliar place with new technologies, attitudes, and lifestyles. While trying to familiarize himself with this new era, he somehow managed to locate his loyal servant, Frankenstein, who is currently the principal of a South Korean high school. Rai then thought that this school would be the perfect place to learn about the new world, and he decided to consequently blend in with the new human civilization there. This story isn't the average blood-sucking vampire story. The story of Noblesse mainly revolves around the main character known as Rai. He's the guardian of vampire nobles. After having 820 years of sleep, he's now finally awoken. The world he's used to has changed, and now he's determined to know more about the civilization as he lives. If you like vampire stories, this one's for you. Number 3, Tower of God. Reach the top of the tower and fulfill all your dreams. No matter what you want, it will be at the top. This is the idea of the Tower of God world, where the so-called regulars go up the tower, which is the world where countless races live, to achieve their greatest wish. The climb is not easy and consists of many physical and psychological tests. We meet the main character, a boy who spent his existence in a dark hole and who only knows what it is like to live through the strange traveler named Rachel. One day, Rachel goes to the tower and he, with no reason to live without his guiding star, follows after, even if it means to be one of the dreaded irregulars of the place. Well, this manhwa is really good and I definitely recommend checking it out. Number 2, Tales of Demons and Gods. Our main character, the strongest demon spiritualist in his past life, was standing at the pinnacle of the martial world. However, he lost his life during the battle against the wise emperor and 6 more divine beasts. His soul then went back in time to when he was only 13 years old. Although he was the weakest in his class, with the worst talent, and had only one Red Soul Kingdom, with the help of the vast knowledge he'd accumulated in his previous life, he must train faster than anyone. This time he will try to protect the City of Glory, which in the near future will be attacked by beasts and will eventually be destroyed, as well as protect his beloved friends and family who died in this attack. And in addition to that, trying to destroy the Holy Family, who abandoned their duty and betrayed the City of Glory in their past life. I highly recommend reading, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed. And at number 1, we have Solo Leveling. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, Solo Leveling is probably one of the best things I've read. It would be a dream to have Solo Leveling anime with Ufotable as the studio. Would be just peachy. In Solo Leveling, we have a world that has to deal with the constant appearance of portals. Along with the emergences of these portals also came hunters, people with special abilities to deal with the creatures present in such portals. During the development of the work, we follow the protagonist, an E-rank hunter who is dubbed the weakest hunter in the world, but who during a tragic mission receives a unique gift. It is with the gift that he gains in this mission where his work actually begins. It's about at the 8th chapter mark where we see our weak and unremarkable protagonist gain the skill that makes this work resemble the gamer. This power makes the world have elements of an RPG game, such as quests, status distribution, items, and classes. The ability then enables him to increase his strength, agility, and other characteristics. The distancing for the gamer begins in the aftermath of the event. In the gamer, things like death and mutilation are constantly avoided, which is not the case with Solo Leveling. Another point is the way the protagonist deals with their need and empowerment. The protagonist of the gamer literally takes the world like a game, constantly testing his tools and having fun. And already in Solo Leveling, from the beginning, he is placed in an urgent situation and always puts his life at risk, usually with much more bloodthirsty tormentors. In addition, he has a great transformation of his personality, from a shy and cowardly to a determined and an even cold at times personality. If you haven't read it yet, this is definitely the number 1 that you should check out. Well, that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for future videos, leave a comment down below. Did we miss out on your favorite manga? Let us know below as well. Anyways, you guys, if you would like to see more of me, you can catch me on my own channel, Otalku, Otalku. But in the meantime, stay here, have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys in the next video.